In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Friends Are Like Seashells bundle to create this beautiful watercolor card. We're going to use some cardstock, some designer paper, and some watercolor paper, along with the Friends Are Like Seashells stamps, framelits, and folder. I'm going to work on a piece of parchment paper just to collect some of the water. So what you'll want to do is take your watercolor paper, put it on your parchment, have a spritzer handy, and then a water painter. Since I have the paintbrush, it's really easy to use ink, especially the re-inkers. If you don't have re-inkers, you can use an ink pad, and I'll show you how to do that. The colors I've chosen are going to be Sahara Sand, and what I'll do is I'll arrange the bottles kind of how the ink is on the block. And Coastal Cabana, you probably only need a drop or two. I am going to take these off camera because I don't want to spill it, but just try to set them up in such a way so you remember where you put them, because once you get the ink on the block, it all looks the same. So Saffron, and let's see, Highland Heather, Little Blushing Bride, and we'll do the ink pad so I can show you Soft Succulent. So I'm just going to carefully move this off camera just so I don't spill it. If you want to use your ink pad, what you want to do is just squeeze and try to deposit some of the ink onto your lid. Great. And then making sure your brush is clean, you can pick up the color like that. Okay, so we'll put this aside. We're not going to do that right yet. So what we're going to do is take our watercolor paper, and get it wet. And I guess since I have the green on my brush, we'll start with the leaves. And just real lightly touch, and it'll spread. I am just brushing off camera. Let me just show you guys back and forth to change my color. Okay, so I'm going to start with Sahara Sand, and what I did was I kind of, the last one I kind of went in the center and kind of just dropped a little color. And clean your brush off. Here comes some Highland Heather. So just so you guys see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna get a little bit of water in with the ink, kind of pick it up on my brush, and come over here, put some color. You can see it's already getting dry, so keep your spritzer handy. I'm gonna grab some blue. And if you squeeze your barrel, some water will come out and mix in. That one might be too much blue, we'll see. Okay, I'm going to change my color and just pick up some Blushing Bride. Grabbed a little yellow there. Okay, I'm going to go back and get some green now. If you guys hear what sounds like a saw in the background, Don's finally finishing the bathroom. He's got his to-do list of all the stuff he wants to do before his surgery. It's looking really, really good. I'll give you guys a final reveal, hopefully in the next day or two. So, looks beautiful. Super excited. I can't wait to take a bath. Not necessarily bubble bath, but just a nice hot bath. It's a super deep bathtub. I haven't had a bathtub in like 3 years, so I don't take baths a lot, but every now and then it's nice to get in a bathtub and relax and soak. Okay. Seems like a mess, but hopefully we'll be okay. So move all this out of the way. You can blot this if you'd like. I didn't grab a paper towel or anything, unfortunately. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use the heat gun and just dry it a little bit. I could also put it on my little tinfoil makeshift platform, but it's pretty wet right now, so. So it doesn't have to be completely dry. It can be a little damp. But the drier it is, I feel like the better the cardstock will kind of look, or the paper looks. Otherwise it can be kind of crooked. All right, let me move this out of the way. Okay, and we'll run it through our machine. I want to show you again. This is the elevated side, and it's the smaller. Well, I guess it's the same, but it's one with the Stampin' Up! On it. The opposite, the indented side has the line. So that's the landmark I like because it nestles right in there where it's indented very easily. So get it in the right spot. You feel it when it goes in. And then grab your machine. Hinge first. And I think I'm going to go twice. Just because. Okay. And let's see what we get. Pretty. Then we have to come back to our card base and put it together. I feel like I like the way this one turned out better, but it's not bad. Not sure what I did different. I suppose you could always add more ink. Let's look at the others. This one I had a lot more purple than I did the gold leafing. This one, definitely more of the Sahara sand. And then I think pink and just a tad of green and purple. This one, maybe it was just too many colors. So, you know what? I don't like that. But I just so happen to have another one. Let's try again. Here's my paper. I think what I also am going to do this time is ink them, put the ink on my seashell one or two at a time. This one is my favorite. So I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm sorry, I know it's off camera, but I'm going to put it off to the side so I can kind of follow it. So first I will do the big shell. Let me make sure my brush is clean. And it looks like Sahara sand on the outside. Okay, and then it was Blushing Bride. Kind of the next line in. bit of yellow in this, or excuse me, purple in the center. Okay. All right, and let's do this one next. Do stripe of purple. This is the Blushing Bride. So saffron. I think I need some saffron right here too. Okay. A little more pink on my block, a little more blushing bride on my block here. Okay. All right, let's do this little one right here. I'm gonna just go straight through the center with the Blushing Bride. A little bit of Highland Heather through the center of that. And Blushing Bride on the outside. Okay. Something needs a little blue. How about a little bit of the Coastal Cabana right through there? Maybe a little bit right there too. Okay, yeah. And this little one. Since we got the coastal, we'll do that right there. And a drop of purple or Highland Heather. Okay. And right here, whoops. Something a little different. Maybe a little more of the coastal. Drop that right in the center. Little Highland Heather right on this outer edge. Okay. This time I'm going to use just jade. A couple drops of that on my acrylic block. And let's see if I just use the brush. Instead of getting it soaked, maybe it won't spread so much. That's kind of dark. I'll do this one this dark, but the rest of them will go a little lighter. Okay. This is hopefully going to be a little lighter. Not much. I'm kind of squeezing and trying to really stretch out this green ink because it is pretty bright, you know, pretty intense color. Okay. Be better if there was music on, huh? Hopefully you guys are painting along. Okay, so let's get this off to the side. This time I'll blot it a little bit. Try to blot some of that excess. I think that's going to be much prettier than that last one. And just to remind you guys of my little homemade hot plate, I guess. I don't know what to call it. But it works really good for doing small pieces so you don't burn your fingers. And this is so flimsy. Works good for flimsy stuff too. That looks nice. And I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. Line him up. Oh yeah, that's very pretty. Every one you do is going to be different. So just relax and have fun with it. Okay. And let's see, what did we stamp on the inside? That's right, the sample I had wasn't dark enough. Where did it go? Right here. I used Sahara sand. That didn't work. So, since it is the same color as the card base, it really doesn't show up. So my recommendation would be to do some black for your inside. I, of course, didn't grab the black ink, so give me just 1 second. Okay, so for this card, we'll do the memento. So I'm going to grab my Stamparatus. Move all this out of the way. I'm going to line it up about like this. And the stamp I want to use is Friends Are Like Seashells. And we will also do some sort of a shell on the bottom. How about that? We'll do the starfish. Somehow I lost my other magnet, so hopefully my paper will sit still, because I have no idea where it went. So I have to be super careful. Okay. I will do the starfish with Sahara sand and the words with the memento. I know you can't see it, I'm sorry, but I am just inking my stamp up. Okay, I'm going to center it back over here. And fingers crossed. Perfect, and the one magnet worked. Yay. Okay, we'll move that out of the way. Now grab your designer paper and your adhesive. I'm going to use the new Stamp and Seal. When it works great. But sometimes it kind of gets stuck. This one I just had to do surgery on. And it's not spinning. Okay. We'll go back to Tombow. Don't overdo the glue because it will show. Close my card up. And this one I decided to use dimensionals. So these are the adhesive strips. They work great for this. So I'm just kind of getting the really big pieces, the bigger shells. Don't let it see, show through, and you should be good. Okay. Comes in big long strips. So it's perfect for a project like this. You don't have to overdo it, but it definitely gives it a better, more professional look if you put enough so it's raised up evenly throughout the card. Let's see. What I wound up doing on the other one, I just went on a couple of the wider pieces of grass and just put a small little piece where I thought it wouldn't show, just so it didn't look like it was dangling. And since I have this piece left, I'll just put it right there. Okay. I think I got them confused. Nope, this was the right one. Okay. And you can do Wink of Stella to give the shells some more bling. Just be careful because you can spread the ink. If you get your watercolor paper too wet, it will definitely smear the colors. So try to go light to dark. Okay. And these in color jewels are so pretty. Let's see how these will look. This is the new in colors. I brought the stamp pads over to show you too, so I'll show you that at the end of the video. But look how pretty these are. They're all one size, but all 5 of the in colors. So, let's see. Very pretty. I love that. So nice. One more. How about a yellow? And actually, this is more of a peach. I'll show you the stamp pads. Let's put that right here. Okay. So there you go. There's that one. Here's this one. And where are the others? This was my blooper one. Still probably wouldn't be bad. I just don't like the colors. And this was the one that I added the gold leafing to. This has too much gold leafing. If it would have been less, it would have been better. And then this one is the one without any bling or wink of Stella, just mostly green and purple. And let me know what you guys think is the best. Which is your favorite? Real quick, here's the new in colors for 21 through 23. 2021 to 2023. Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, Fresh Freesia, probably my favorite of the bunch, Evening Evergreen, and Polished Pink, which is the only one I haven't opened. And at first I thought, well, they don't even go together. But let me turn my camera around and see. Once I held them together and looked at them, they're not that bad. I don't know if they can all show up on this camera. Let's see. Pretty, right? Doesn't do it justice without being in person. I bought the paper. Oh, but anyway, I won't waste your time making you wait while I find the paper. But anyway, that's our card for tonight, and I hope you guys have fun creating it. Let me know how it goes. See you soon. Bye.